Yes, the big day Heart of Asia Summit is today and all the action is taking place in Amritsar. Over to my Executive Editor Gaurav Sawant for all the updates.
Hello and welcome to a special broadcast that comes to you from the Heart of Asia in Amritsar. I'm Gaurav Sawant. India and Afghanistan focusing on Pakistan-sponsored terror as they focus on rebuilding Afghanistan. But even as they do that, there's breaking news coming in. Sartaj Aziz, advisor to Pakistan's Prime Minister on Foreign Affairs, is visiting the Golden Temple and is likely to meet the family of a victim of an Indian who's trapped in a Pakistani prison. Now, Sartaj Aziz was attending the Heart of Asia conference, but he's making this visit to the Golden Temple in a short while from now. And I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Smita Sharma for more on this story. Smita, was this scheduled visiting the Golden Temple at this point of time? Because we were told around 11, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Afghan President Ashraf Ghani would be addressing the Heart of Asia conference, inaugurating the Heart of Asia conference and addressing it.
Well, Gaurav, what I'm being told is that it was a very brief stopover and Sartaj Aziz is already on his way back now from Golden Temple back to the venue of the conference because we are stuck in traffic. I was on my way to Golden Temple, but we just saw, in fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's convoy head back towards Hotel Radisson, where he will be addressing that inaugural session in a short while from now, along with Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani. Also, Sartaj Aziz, of course, had not scheduled a meeting with the Ansari family, who have been desperately appealing for help for their son Hamid Ansari, lodged in a jail in Peshawar since 2012, despite having completed his sentence of 3 years. In fact, the Ansari family was hoping that if Sartaj Aziz did step out of the conference venue, at some point they would try and meet him and make sure that he would hear their appeals of this humanitarian aspect of the case. But I just spoke to Fawzia Ansari, the mother of Hamid Ansari. She was clueless that Sartaj Aziz was going over to Golden Temple, so they could not meet him. And in fact, that's why they're disappointed. They're hoping that maybe in the next few hours, that Sartaj Aziz is in Amritsar. In case if there is an opportunity, they will try and, of course, get a meeting with him at some point.
Okay. What is extremely significant in the Heart of Asia conference is efforts to rebuild Afghanistan. That is the top focus. India and Afghanistan together moving forward. Of course, there are several other Asian powers who are aiding this growth, aiding development. India focusing on economic growth, India focusing on military assistance to Afghanistan. But there's also this big issue of Pakistan-sponsored terror. And Smita, that is something that both India and Afghanistan are constantly focusing on. This region wants to move forward. This region wants to develop. But Pakistan-sponsored terror is the biggest hindrance in this, whether it's in India or in Afghanistan, Smita.
Well, both countries have constantly suffered cross-border terrorism, Gaurav. The innocent, the killing of innocents that have happened, especially in the last few weeks too. There's been enormous amount of bloodshed in both the countries. Army camps in India being, of course, targeted. And even if Pakistani agencies are not directly involved, but at the end of the day, when there is such severe Pakistani army presence along the line of control, how do militants actually manage to come into India, infiltrate India, and attack, the army bases and kill Jawans and innocents? That's a question that India has been raising, so has Afghanistan. And in fact, since September is when Afghanistan really circulated a draft on a counter-terror resolution, on a regional impact terrorism framework. They are hoping that there would be more specific language used in the Amritsar declaration that is all set to be announced later this evening around 4 o'clock by Finance Minister Arun Jaitley as well as the Afghanistan Foreign Minister, and that it would be adopted. But even if it does not mean Pakistan, they would definitely come down strongly on countries that do provide safe havens to terrorists and terror outfits and use terrorism as an instrument of state policy. Gaurav?
Okay, so cross-border terrorism and countries that provide a safe haven to terrorists, and that is definition of Pakistan. That is likely to be in that declaration, the powerful Amritsar declaration that we are talking about. Smita, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also visited the Golden Temple yesterday evening along with Afghanistan's President Ashraf Ghani. Now, there is this heritage walk that actually captures or tries to recapture the golden era. Right from the time of Maharaja Ranjit Singh to the freedom struggle, there is a huge statue of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and that's where Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Afghan President Ashraf Ghani, they started walked past the Jallianwala Bagh, so India's freedom struggle, and those who made the supreme sacrifice of their lives fighting British occupation of India, their images, their names, and then the Prime Minister turned towards the Golden Temple. He also served langar, he did seva at the Golden Temple, and that won the hearts of many devotees who were there. I spoke to some of them. Let's listen in. Now, one woman here in Amritsar is very keen to meet Sartaj Aziz, advisor to Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif on foreign affairs. That's because her son has been in a Pakistani prison for the past 3.5 years and counting. He's completed his prison term. He went to Pakistan to help his lady love. Unfortunately, he entered Pakistan illegally through the Afghanistan route. Once he got there, he was caught. He couldn't meet his lady love. Unfortunately for him, he's been to prison. He's completed his prison sentence, and yet he's not being repatriated to India. His mother is running from pillar to post. She's met officials in the Ministry of External Affairs. She's made an appeal to Pakistan. She's been given a sympathetic hearing, but her son still hasn't come back. Now Fawzia Ansari is hoping she'll get to meet Sartaj Aziz. She is hoping her son will return home. Let's take a look.
It's an Ansari family whose son has been missing since 2012, lost in a Pakistani jail, has served his sentence, but still remains, is still languishing behind prisons. Ma'am, you are here in Amritsar. What is your appeal going to be? Are you hopeful that you will be able to meet Sartaj Aziz?
Ma'am, I've lost everything but not the hope. When I read in newspaper or saw in the TV channel that Sartaj Aziz Sahab, the advisor of foreign affairs, he is visiting India. So this was a ray of hope for we desperate parents. And we immediately planned, I told my husband, let us go and let us see Sartaj Aziz Sahab. I know it was very difficult. We could not get the appointment. I tried to get appointment. But then I knew, okay, my appeal will just, it will crush with mountains, but it will be not heard. But still, without any appointment, we came. I just spoke Jatin Desai sir, and Jatin Desai sir in Amritsar there is Ramesh Yadav sir. He is my friend, and he is doing for both the countries peace. He is doing, so he may be of some help. So on this hope, I came, and really he is with us, and I hope that my voice could reach to Sartaj Aziz Sahab, and he's a kind person. He may reach my voice further up to higher authorities and maybe some helpful.
Yes, definitely. India government has, Sushma Swaraj madam has done a lot for us. We have seen also, and nowadays are that she is not well, but we hope that something will move ahead. Of course, so far our efforts is not so much successful as we want to see.
And images is coming in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived for the Heart of Asia conference. He, along with Afghanistan's President Ashraf Ghani, will inaugurate this conference. Now, after the Prime Ministerial address and also the address of Afghanistan's President Ashraf Ghani, there will be a ministerial level discussion. And what we expect is a very strong statement on Pakistan-sponsored terror, because both India and Afghanistan are victims of Pakistan-sponsored terror. But along with this, there are also bigger aspects of India, Afghanistan and other Asian countries coming together to cooperate in rebuilding the war-ravaged Afghanistan. So there's there's an economic package. Of course, India and Afghanistan are also talking about an air cargo bridge, and that's a big story here, the air cargo bridge between India and Afghanistan. Why is there the need of this air cargo bridge? That means Indian goods will be flown to Afghanistan and Afghan goods will be flown to India, and that is because once again Pakistan is the biggest roadblock. Pakistan is not permitting the land route to be used. So Pakistan clearly being the biggest hindrance in land route trade between India and Afghanistan. So much for Pakistan claiming that it's cooperating for the development of South Asia. It's Pakistan-sponsored terror and also Pakistan being a hindrance in economic development. We will continue to focus on that. I interviewed Afghanistan's ambassador to India, Shahida Mohammad Abdali, on the war on terror and the economic aspects of this relationship. Let's listen in. For peace and stability in Afghanistan and for peace and stability in India, there is a common threat which emanates from our neighbor, Pakistan. So what can India and Afghanistan do together? What can Asian powers do together to counter Pakistan-sponsored terror?
There is no doubt about the infliction of terrorism vis-a-vis India and Afghanistan compared to other more. But I must tell you that this is not only about India and Afghanistan. Yes, today we are affected more, but it is about the entire region. And therefore, Afghanistan has proposed a counter-terrorism strategy at the region level. And that was discussed today at great length. And a very logical conclusion that this draft that Afghanistan has prepared needs to be looked at by our security experts. So in the very near future, our security experts of the Heart of Asia member countries, particularly of the counter-terrorism CVM countries, will be discussing the draft Afghanistan has prepared, which discusses the counter-terrorism strategy by the region to deal with the problem that the whole region is facing, not only Afghanistan and India.
But will Pakistan be part of such an initiative? Because you and we, Afghanistan and India, and practically the entire world is a victim of Pakistan-sponsored terror. And if Pakistan sits on the same table to discuss counter-terrorism mechanism, Pakistan is actually being the judge, jury and executioner in a case where it is also the accused.
There is no other option but to be on the same table. As I indicated earlier, it is about the survival of everyone in this region. Therefore, for the sake of everyone, including Pakistan, we must come to the same table, and you must be on consensus that fighting terrorism is for the sake of everyone, including Pakistan. So we hope that this realization is there, that at the end of the day, everyone was going to be suffering in the same way if today we make those stumbling blocks in front of the strategy and the common vision that we have for everyone to benefit from.
And we are now being told that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is to address the Heart of Asia conference anytime now. He has arrived. He was received by the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, Minister of State in the External Affairs General V.K. Singh was also there. Let's listen in to what's happening at the Heart of Asia conference.
And as we move on from this conference to the next, but right now, the delegates as well as the ministers are going to take their respective positions.
इस बैठक में व्यापार को बढ़ावा देने के लिए दक्षिण और मध्य एशियाई देशों के साथ अफगानिस्तान का संपर्क बेहतर करने पर भी चर्चा हो रही है.
This is a very important initiative at this point of time. The Heart of Asia Istanbul process on Afghanistan. This is the 6th ministerial conference at Amritsar. The choice of Amritsar as venue is also very carefully decided. Why? Because India is also trying to revive the big economic relationship, the economic corridor, the Grand Trunk Road from Bengal all the way to Kabul. Of course, it passes through Pakistan. And big question, will Pakistan continue to be a hindrance, or will Pakistan be an enabler in the development of Afghanistan? one of the biggest roadblocks in modernization and development of Afghanistan has been Pakistan. Not only because Pakistan sponsors terror in Afghanistan, not only because Pakistan encourages the Afghan Taliban and the Haqqani network and the Quetta Shura and refuses to act against Afghan-centric terror, but also because Pakistan does not permit India and Afghanistan to use the land trade route. India and Afghanistan both stand to gain, as does Pakistan, of course, if there is land trade between India, Pakistan and Afghanistan, but Pakistan does not permit that. All other countries of the SAARC region are on board except Pakistan, and that is the biggest roadblock. The second biggest roadblock is Pakistan-sponsored terror in Afghanistan and in India. Pakistan hasn't taken any action against the Lashkar-e-Taiba, against Jaish-e-Mohammed, against Hizbul Mujahideen, and the recent terror tapes aired by India today exposed Pakistan completely, where a terrorist like Burhan Wani of the Hizbul Mujahideen in Jammu and Kashmir, in the Kashmir Valley, was speaking to Hafiz Saeed of Lashkar-e-Taiba in Pakistan, seeking military help, seeking weapons, money and guidance, saying, "हम आपके हुक्म के तहत काम करने को तैयार हैं." And that is ample proof of how Pakistan is supporting terror, and India is constantly asking Pakistan to contain that. Apart from that, there's also attacks on Indian military bases in Jammu and Kashmir, all sponsored by Pakistan, including the recent Nagrota terror attack, after which tensions have once again risen between India and Pakistan. What is significant that is expected to emerge of this India-Afghanistan, of this Heart of Asia conference, is the air cargo route, the air link between India and Afghanistan to overcome Pakistan's problems. There's also that big aspect of the Chabahar port. India, Iran and Afghanistan working simultaneously on the Chabahar port. So there's a rail link that is being spoken of to link the Chabahar port. Iran and Afghanistan both on board, India working on the technical specifications.
Heart of Asia
As I was talking about the history,
in a while from now. Now there are current photo ops going on, as you can see in these images. Lots of photo opportunities with all the visiting foreign ministers, special envoys, China, of course, China and Turkey continuing to back Pakistan. There is a pushback from China and Turkey as India and Afghanistan try and corner Pakistan on terror. But the question still remains, how long can China support a state sponsor of terror? On the issue of Masood Azhar of Jaish-e-Mohammed, it is very, very clear that at the United Nations Security Council, all the countries are on board designating Masood Azhar a global terrorist. And that would mean that Pakistan will be forced to take action against him, cut off his funding, seal off his bank accounts. Unfortunately, China has repeatedly extended the technical hold. The question remains, how long will China continue to support a state sponsor of terror, especially after this recent Nagrota terror attack also appears to have a Jaish-e-Mohammed connection
in the region.
India continuing to push this issue, and top sources we've been speaking to are constantly maintaining that they will continue to mount pressure on Pakistan to stop being a state sponsor of terror.
और आज जब हम विश्व पटल पर देखते हैं तो हम महसूस करते हैं कि वसुदेव कुटुंबकम का जो सपना है, जो विचार है, वो साकार होता हमें नजर आता है। आज पूरा विश्व ऐसा महसूस होता है कि अमृतसर की इस पवित्र पावन धरती पर पहुंच चुका है और एक बार फिर से एकता, अखंडता और भ्रातृत्व भाव का जो संदेश है वो फिर से एक बार गुंजायमान होने जा रहा है इस पवित्र धरती से।
Very well said, Gurvinder. And
my colleague Smita Sharma now joins me for more on this. Smita, economic development of Afghanistan is key in this dialogue, and that air cargo bridge that India and Afghanistan are talking about, that rail link that India and Afghanistan are talking about to the Chabahar port, that will be significant takeaways apart from cornering Pakistan on terror.
to a future.
Absolutely. The theme of the, in fact, Heart of Asia conference, which is being held in Amritsar, is about achieving prosperity. It's about Afghanistan's economic development as well as its shared interests and shared interests in the region as well. So, because of which, India, of course, has been rebuilding Afghanistan through civilian means, be it the Salma Dam, be it by building that Zelaram Jaranj road, or in fact the Chabahar port, and this is being appreciated by even the Western powers, including the United States, who have been, of course, militarily involved in Afghanistan for a long time, who have taken several hits. But India's image, India's goodwill in Afghanistan is huge. It is actually considered as a friend and a neighbor who really cares about Afghanistan. So this conference does, in fact, work towards working with regional partners, with international and regional organizations to try and raise funds as well to rebuild Afghanistan.
Okay, and in a moment from now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is to address the Heart of Asia conference. What is also significant at this point of time is Afghanistan has requested India to increase military aid, not just restricted to a couple of military helicopters, not just restricted to small arms. They want much more. Afghanistan is looking for artillery to counter Pakistan at the Afghan-Pakistan border. They're looking for additional tanks. India is well within its rights to provide military hardware to Afghanistan, and there is a request of additional attack helicopters. There is a requirement for military hardware for Afghanistan. We will continue to track developments on the story. We are coming back to the story in a while, just as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is to start speaking at the Heart of Asia Summit. All eyes now on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A quick break. We'll be back with lots more. This India Today special from Amritsar on the other side of a short break. Stay with us.